And if I read the notes right, we hit the air at 1:02.
Okay.
So we got 6 minutes.
Oh, so they'll be playing before we. They're already going to be playing when we go into it, or what?
No, they'll do the lineups.
Oh yeah,
they got to do the lineups. But we just pick it up right, basically when they come on the court to start the game. Thank you, pal. Yep. Very good. Thank you.
Appreciate you, boss. Thank you, sir.
Basketball fans, welcome to the first round of the 2025 TBT here in Syracuse, New York at the SRC Arena. Each of the day's teams finds itself just 6 wins away from a TBT championship. It is now time for our first matchup between the number 5 seed, Layne's home, and the number 4 seed, we of D3. Layne's home will be the away team on the scoreboard in navy. D3 is the home team today wearing white. Layne's home is led by general manager and assistant coach Mike Sugamusto and head coach EJ Gallo. And we are D3 is led by their general manager Mike Rechiak and assistant coaches David Clark, Jason Harris, and Malik Marquez. And now let's meet the starting lineups presented by the Air Force Reserve. First, for the visit to Layne's home. At point guard, standing 6'3" from Texas Tech, number 1, Shadell Millinghouse. A 6'3" shooting guard from Binghamton University, number 31, Sadir Torres. A 6'3" shooting guard from Northeastern University, number 15, Jordan Roman. A 6'4" wing from the University of Villanova, number 24, Joe Primo. And in the middle, a 6'10" center from North Carolina State, number 43, Ben Middlebrooks. And now the starting lineup we are D3. A 6'2" point guard from UMass Dartmouth, number 10, Marcus Azor. A 6'3" guard from the College of Charleston by way of UT Dallas, number 2, Demetrius Underwood. A 6'3" guard from Penn State College, number 0, Ty Nichols. A 6'7" wing from Stetson University by way of Wesleyan College, number 5, Samuel P. And a 6'9" center from Sacred Heart University by way of Middlebury College, number 31, Alex Sobel. Fans quickly.
Short.
Yeah, both teams are 4 guards. 4 guards, 1 big.
All right.
The 2-shot foul bonus occurs on the 15th foul of each quarter, and finally, TBT uses the
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Syracuse Region TBT 2025. Bob Rathman, Eric Diemendorf with you. We're live at SRC Arena on the campus of Onondaga Community College here in Syracuse, New York, as we get set for game one of the day between the 4th seed, We Are D3, and the 5th seed, Layne's Hope. Devo, a lot of guards out on that floor right now, and this should be fun.
This tournament, all it's about is fast-paced, getting up and down, a lot of shooters, a lot of playmakers. So both teams have a lot on both sides. Let's see who can get some stops, defend, and rebound the basketball.
Layne's Hope in blue, and a whistle on the move inside as Joe Cremo, number 24 in blue, made that first move of the afternoon. For We Are D3, this is their 7th TBT. They got that first win a year ago and looking for more here in 2025. A move inside by Millinghouse. Cremo outside, missed the three. And We Are D3 runs the other way in white. Nice move to the basket and a lay-in for Samuel Peak.
Bob, this is what the game's going to be. Up and down pace. Who can make decisions quickly in transition?
Layne's Hope, a Central New York-based team. Long for Millinghouse. And the stick back won't go. Millinghouse denied again. Another opportunity for Layne's Hope. And Rowland hits a three. Azor, TBT vet. This is Underwood. Demetrius gets a look. Stick back by Sobel. D3 fights for it and gets it. A little bit of a feeling out process, Devo, as we get started.
Well, your first game in TBT, guys are just trying to feel each other. You got to remember, a lot of these guys have never played with each other before at all, so they're trying to develop that chemistry, but you have to develop really quickly, else you won't be playing tomorrow.
Millinghouse turns the corner, kicks it back out. Cremo lets it fly in and out. Millinghouse blocked, taken down by Sobel. Ty Nichols. And a whistle. That's going to stop play inside, and the foul against Layne's Hope.
Bob, one thing you don't want to do in the TBT is have to play against a half-court defense every single time. If you can get up and down and play in transition, easier decisions. Right now, both teams are a little bit sloppy, but getting second-chance opportunities, you have to be able to take advantage of those.
Shot clock at 10. Nichols. D3 fighting to get it back. Down to the deck is Millinghouse to get it. D3, and we've got a shot clock violation against We Are D3.
Bob, 2021, when we went with the Boeheim's Army, it wasn't pretty, right? To win this tournament, you got to be gritty. You got to lay your body on the ground, right? You got to be willing to get on the floor. All right, it's going to be a lot of missed shots, but who's going to play with the most energy, the most effort? Who's going to compete at a high level throughout the whole game?
The vast majority of players in TBT are getting ready to head overseas and resume their professional careers. A stick back on the inside by Samir Torrance. 5-4, Layne's Hope. So this is a good warm-up for them, and, of course, that $1 million prize at the end of the line is hanging out there as well. But these are pros, and as the crowd tonight that files in to see Boeheim's Army can attest, these guys are a lot better than they were in college.
Absolutely. Throw all the D3, D2 level. These guys are 3, 4, 5 years removed from college basketball. They're all getting paid to play the game. They're professionals.
Ty Nichols drains a three to put We Are D3 on top 7-5. The first of 4 games in Syracuse this afternoon and evening. foul on the drive, and Millinghouse heads to the stripe.
Both teams doing a good job attacking, being aggressive. When you do get in the half court, move the ball a little bit, get the defense rotating side to side, then see what gaps you can get, then drive and attack. Right now it's a lot of one-pass shot.
Shadell Millinghouse is the man at the foul line. He's 31 years old and nails this free throw. A New York native from Brooklyn and then prepped in Albany, played collegiately, several stops at Southern Miss, Northwest Florida State Junior College, and Texas Tech. And he went to the Middle East to continue his career last season in Saudi Arabia.
You know what? Just some of the stories you hear from this tournament, where these guys have played, in the Middle East, Asia, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. It's pretty awesome to see how well-traveled these players are. And it's good basketball overseas. Just because you didn't make the NBA, Bob, doesn't mean you're not a good basketball player. This tournament right here is high-level basketball.
Ty Nichols, number 0, works off the high ball screen. Jacks up the 3 and misses. Rebound, Layne's Hope. A long 3 off the mark by Policelli. The follow by Rowland and rebound to D3. This is Azor in transition. Oh, nice block. Middlebrook's got a piece of that one. Shot clock was reset to 30 in error. Now a whistle and a foul. And Middlebrook's got him on the arm.
Both teams doing a really good job of protecting the basket. Both teams need to do a better job of finding better shots on the offensive end. It's a lot of, like we talked about, one pass, shoot the ball, rotate it a few times, attack the gaps, drive and kick out, get the easier opportunity.
And, Eric, the point you made earlier about the level of skill, the professionalism of these players, don't you get the feeling that as the game unfolds, that coming together as a team will happen?
The more you play, the more you're going to get comfortable with each other. I always tell guys who are playing with each other the first time, communicate, right? When you communicate, you just find that cohesiveness throughout the game. So guys have to talk to each other, right, defensively, offensively, and then they're going to start to find the rhythm, know where they like to be, know how guys like to play.
Demetrius Underwood missing the second shot. 8-7, we are D3 on top. And Layne's Hope turns it over. Underwood in that mid-range, but cut off by Middlebrooks. Underwood, pull up 3. Rebound to Torrance. And you could tell the team's starting to settle into a little bit of a rhythm. Nice back cut, and Rowland lays it in. Jordan Rowland from Syracuse.
And I like the pace that they're playing with, but they have to play with pace, but also play with space so they can get opportunities like that great cut by Rowland, get an opportunity at the rim.
Azor gets right to the rack. 10-9, D3 on top. Stop and pop for Rowland. And that's out of bounds to We Are D3. And with that, a timeout. Underway in Syracuse with game 1. 3:58 to go in the first. 10-9, D3. Back in the action here in Syracuse, 3:58 to go in the opening frame. 10-9 in favor of D3. Bob Rathman, Eric Diemendorf, and you on YouTube. Great to have you with us for TBT. We had a wild opening day yesterday at Four Sites. More coming today as Thomas Quarry connects.
It's a great set there by We Are D3. When you're playing in the half court, coming out of a timeout, have a set, execute, great job.
Jalen Hawkins, number 6, has come into the game for Layne's Hope. And a foul, negating the steal. This one will go against Azor.
Bob, I look out here on Layne's Hope, and I see a lot of these guys, a lot of local guys, Syracuse, Utica, upstate guys. When I was playing at Syracuse, these guys were in elementary school, middle school. So now they're making me feel even a little bit older, but it's great to see these guys growing up and having successful, basketball careers, and now, playing for $1 million.
Nice move on the dive to the hole by Middlebrooks, and he got held on the attempt by Christian Parker. So 2 free throws coming. I think that is one of the best things about TBT, Devo, and that is these guys play all over the world, but they have a chance now to come back home at TBT and play in front of friends and family who don't have the chance to see them play during the professional season.
Well, we talked about it off air. I mean, these guys, some of their families haven't seen them play for 5-6 years. So to be able to come back here locally, have your family, friends, everybody come back and see you and support you, it's got to be an unbelievable feeling for these guys rather than playing in dark and dingy gyms somewhere in Russia and Europe. Don't get me wrong, you could get in a good situation overseas, but a lot of the times there's not a big crowds, not a lot of fans, and it's just good to have that home support.
13-11 as Ben Middlebrooks continues the free throws, and he has come out of the game. Ty Nichols recovers the lost dribble. Daquan Davis, number 1 in white, in for D3. Azor, tough shot, but he got fouled.
Layne's Hope foul on number 25, Frankie Policelli.
The foul on Layne's Hope is going to be on Frankie Policelli.
Number 10, Marcus.
Both teams doing a better job of settling. We see kind of a frantic pace at the beginning of the game. D3, good job on that possession right there, moving the ball, open opportunity for Azor, getting to the rim, drawing the foul, opportunity for 2 shots.
Talking about overseas, here's Marcus playing in Denmark and Poland. And a wonderful career at UMass Dartmouth. Decorated champion, actually won the championship while in Poland. So to your point, Eric, about these guys being accomplished on the international level is so true.
These guys know what it takes to win basketball games.
15-11. Rainbow by Policelli is going to be out of bounds, and this ball is going to belong to Layne's Hope. Layne's Hope is one of several charity teams in TBT for 2025. That, of course, a trademark of this tournament, and they are playing for the charity supporting the Prader-Willi syndrome. We'll get more on that as the afternoon moves on, but right now Layne's Hope down by 4, and the 3 ball no good by Elam. 2.5 to go, first period. And if you're just joining us on TBT for this season, remember, we still have the world-famous Elam ending to decide the game in the fourth quarter. A foul has been called inside on Luke Sutherland, Syracuse native. Played at Siena and LeBryant, and then here in town at Lemoyne. D3 up by 4, 2:20 in the first.
Bob, I tell you what, I wasn't a fan of the Elam ending at first, but it grew on me. It almost feels like that 1st to 11 when you're growing up type play, and the more I see it, the more I liked it. And obviously, it's been a lot of copycats going around. We talk about the NBA and obviously with college basketball doing the stickers now. So shout out to John. He's been doing a great job. 12th year in TBT. They've done an unbelievable job of growing it and having new people involved every year.
One of the hallmarks of course, we're speaking of John Mugar of TBT, and John is so great when it comes to taking a new idea and running with it, what works, what doesn't work, and being innovative. And, of course, the Elam ending, the brainchild of Dr. Nick Elam, has been with us now for over a decade, and it's just a great way to finish, particularly a tournament like TBT. These guys don't want to play 48-minute games, and this is a wonderful way to end these contests. It's so exciting. Every game ends on a made basket. Now, we saw some crazy Elam endings last night. Oh, my goodness.
Well, it comes down to strategy, too. You have to have strategy with the Elam ending. If not, you're going to get caught up in the game. Won't call the timeout. Other team has the advantage.
Frankie Policelli, well, look what I found. 17-13, and D3 turns it over. Loose ball picked up by Frank. It's a lot of contact, but he comes through and lays it in. He got tangled up with Thomas Quarry on the baseline, freed himself, and made the play.
Yeah, that's the tournament. It's gritty. Guys are going to be physical. It's going to be a lot of contact. You got to continue to play through it and take advantage of those second-chance opportunities.
Oh, what a pass by Daquan Davis, and he got it over to Parker. That was a bullet. We Are D3 is going to take a timeout here. With 1:17 left in the first period, D3 on top, 19-15.
Number 5, Samuel Peak back in for We Are D3.
Back to the action. Layne's Hope in blue with the basketball, the 5th seed. Turnaround. Rebound to Nichols. D3, Eric, has been looking to push the pace. They've settled into the half court a bit. But you can tell when they get the rebound, they want to run.
Yeah, this tournament is fast-paced. You got to make quick decisions in transition. Both teams playing with a frantic pace at first, but they settle down. I think D3 is doing a much better job settling in half court and then looking to attack the basket.
Hawkins, tough shot. Tapped, but into the hands of Marcus Azor. D3 in white with it. Over now to Nichols. The shot clock just ahead of the game clock as we come to the end of the first period. Nichols. Scoop to the hoop is short. And we've got a held ball. And the arrow is going to give it to Layne's Hope. We play under NCAA rules for the most part, with a couple of exceptions, one being the FIBA rule about goaltending. Go get it, except on a free throw. But these guys are so used to playing without that rule in their pro leagues, we rarely see that. Davis. Oh, a lot of contact. Offensive foul on D3. Davis got airborne, and it's an offensive foul.
And Bob, what you've been seeing early on from both teams is a little bit of out-of-control shots. Shots that they can get better shots with an extra pass or just an extra skip, whatever it may be. But you have opportunities to get good shots. Don't take a bad one.
Only 0.4 of a second, but time for a catch and shoot. And that's going to be the period. Intercepted by D3's Samari Willoughby. And that brings an end to the first quarter with our score. We Are D3 19 and Layne's Hope 15.
Layne's Hope basketball as we start the second quarter.
Back at Syracuse, we begin quarter number 2 with our score, D3 19 and Layne's Hope 15. Bob Rathman, Eric Devendorf with you. And we have a foul right away. And this hold, Samai Willoughby with the personal. Layne's Hope, Eric, did not shoot the ball very well in that first quarter. 5 of 16. They were 1 of 7 on threes, but hit all 4 of their free throws. D3 was 6 of 12 and 2 of 4.
Well, look, right now, D3 is playing more efficient basketball. Layne's is doing a good job of being aggressive. They just have to look to take better shots. Right there, you see Joe Cremo, good job attacking the closeout, getting to a spot, playing off of 2 feet.
He's played in Spain the last 4 years. Peak on the drive. Good save by Peak. Finds an open man. Azor on the wing. Around the rim and in for 3. 22-17. We are D3 with a 5-point lead.
Bob, you got to give that one to Peak right there. The hustle play made it happen.
Great save. Middlebrooks and a foul. Well, Willoughby was right there, but contact. And to the foul line goes Ben Middlebrooks.
We got to talk about We Are D3's experience. Layne's Hope, this is their first time as this group together in the TBT. The experience definitely plays a factor. Just knowing what to expect, right? Knowing the rules of the game, knowing the flow of the game. We Are D3. They have that advantage over Layne's Hope.
And it's a group that's been together, and they've suffered some very tough defeats in this tournament over the last 6 years. And that, you have to wait 364 days before you get a chance to redeem yourself.
Absolutely. They've been through a lot of different situations in this tournament. They know what to expect going in. That's definitely an advantage in the TBT.
And the lay-in is good by Daquan Davis. The Philadelphia native makes it 24-18. Cremo kicks it up top. Rolling down the drive. Left hand, no. D3 pushing the pace. Stop and pop Azor. Followed by Quarry, no. And Millinghouse the rebound for Layne's Hope. Steal. 3-on-1. The lob, no good. Numbers advantage the other way. Cremo for 3.
Great job by Torrance in transition, making sure he's playing with space, hitting one of the best shooters on the floor in Joe Cremo.
24-21, D3 on top, and Peak drives it home. 26-21. Middlebrooks on the post. Torrance gives it back to him. Three-pointer on the way for the big fella. Flat-footed rebound for Azor. On the push, Parker. Too strong, and Azor the foul.
Both teams, again, you want to play with pace in this tournament, but you have to be able to find out how can you get better shots. A lot of forced shots and a lot of missed opportunities at the rim from both sides.
There is going to be a full timeout taken here. So we'll step aside. 6:26 to go in the second. We are D3 up 26-21.
This is me and you, Bob. That's it. I'm good with that. We're good. All right.
Worldwide broadcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like a first game.
Yes, it does.
We are back. This is the second quarter of the opening game, and this one pops out for Elam. D3 with a 5-point advantage, 26-21. We are D3 in white. Davis. And the rebound to Millinghouse. Shadell leads the break. Primo kicks it up top. Elam drives again, spin move into traffic, but a nice dish. And then the foul by Hank Morgan of D3.
Elam, he's another guy for Layne's Hope that can get in there, create plays. He's a scorer, had a good overseas season in Turkey and Israel. But he's a guy that they can give the ball to and he can make plays. They have to just settle down and look to get better opportunities at the rim and be aggressive. Try to get opportunities at the free throw line, especially if your jump shots aren't falling.
Number 31, Alex Sobel. Number 2.
Alex Sobel coming back in along with Demetrius Underwood for D3. Ben Middlebrooks at the line for Layne's Hope. A young man from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, started at Clemson and went on to NC State. Part of that magical Wolfpack run in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. 26-22, and for all the trouble, Layne's Hope has been hanging in the game, and now they go to a 1-3-1 zone.
Mixing it up a little, just taking We Are D3 out of their comfort zone. You got to get a guy in the high post right now.
This ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to belong to We Are D3 with 11 on the shot clock.
And Bob, sometimes it takes a half just to get settled in. You see both of these teams are still kind of playing a little sloppy ball. Settle down, execute in the half court. If you got opportunity to run, then you want to do that.
Underwood with 3 seconds, got it on the rim. Boy, it's hard to hear that shot clock buzzer. D3 has it with 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Nice cut. And the lay-in by Underwood.
Bob, when shots aren't falling, your offense seems stagnant, you have to have guys cutting and moving without the ball. Something's going to happen. You're going to get an open opportunity when you continue to move.
Nice poke away by Underwood. Hank Morgan, Hamilton College product, throws it away. 2-on-2, Layne's Hope. Cremo inside, too strong. Rebound to the wing and taken down by Underwood.
I'm counting 10 right now, missed layups at the rim, wide open missed layups from both teams altogether. They have to be able to finish those opportunities at the rim.
Nichols, sort of a wild shot, off balance. Layne's Hope with it. Millinghouse dribbles through traffic, gets to the rim and lays it in. Layne's Hope cuts it back to 4, 28-24. Missing from the wing, Daquan Davis got an open look against that zone. Here's Cremo driving in, and that pass is intercepted. Davis blocked, got it back, shot it short, and a foul. Things are heating up, Devo.
Too many times, guys are just going in there with their head down, not knowing what's going on, and making a turnover. Keep your head up, see where your teammates are, make the right play.
3:50 to go, media timeout in Syracuse. D3 28, Layne's Hope 24.
Head down and just drive it, baby. Wherever it goes, it goes.
Back in Syracuse, 3:50 remaining here in our first half. One other game underway. They are just about ready to start the second half in Louisville with the Ville on top of Boston versus Cancer. That's the only other game going at the moment. Indianapolis and Kansas City will be cranking up at the top of the hour. Free throws here for Daquan Davis. And we mentioned earlier, Eric, what a crazy day it was last night in the first round. But we have a couple of matchups coming up tomorrow through all the chaos of last night that fans are really going to want to make appointment viewing on. Big Fox tomorrow. We've got an alumni game between Auburn and Kentucky in Lexington as War Ready takes on La Familia. And we've got the matchup we wanted in West Virginia. Marshall and West Virginia, the Herd and Best Virginia. That is tomorrow afternoon in Charleston.
I know it's so awesome for these guys and the fan bases included to get back and cheer for their teams and to have those rivalries. The players obviously, but then the fans, they get to go in there and cheer against their rivals again. TBT again has just done an outstanding job of bringing these colleges and programs together again.
Elam with the miss. And we've got a foul coming on D3 on the inside in the rebounding fray. And that foul is going to go against Underwood. We mentioned the name Ishmael Elam. If that name sounds familiar, that is indeed the son of the former UConn national champion Khalid Elam. And free throws coming up for Luke Sutherland. West Genesee High School product.
Bob, I remember watching Khalid Elam when I was growing up as a kid. He was one of the best players in college basketball, hands down. He ran the point like no other. Number 42, big bowling ball coming down the middle, making plays, could score with the best of them. So he has it in his blood.
5-point ball game. D3 on top. 30-25. We have 3:13 and counting down in our first half. Azor. And around the rim and in for Ty Nichols. Well, these teams take it to the rack, don't they?
Well, they're both being aggressive, but not making a lot of shots at the rim. Layne's Hope's trying to do a job of switching it up and with the zone and just trying to slow We Are D3 down, but they're doing a good job moving on the perimeter. You can't get perimeter happy. You got to be able to attack the paint, collapse the defense, and try to get better looks out there.
Underwood read the pass perfectly. Comes away for D3. Catch and shoot from the corner is nothing but net and a beauty for Marcus Azor. And now we have a timeout taken by Layne's Hope as D3 goes up 11, 36-25. 2:26 to go in the first half. Layne's Hope taking that timeout. Eric Devendorf, I think they only have 2 remaining now for the rest of the game. 36-25. Of course, they do have the media timeouts with which to work. 2:15 to go in the first half. Rowland in the corner. Good look on the turnaround by Torrance. Layne's Hope, 28% from the field.
Bob, I think We Are D3 are just doing a better job of playing together as a team. That's not a great shot right there, but that possession before that did a good job touching the paint, kicking it out. hitting the open jump shot. Layne's Hope on the other end, they're forcing a lot of shots, a lot of one-pass shot, and it's a lot of tough shots that they're shooting. Move the ball, get a little bit more cohesiveness, and you'll get more open opportunities at the basket.
We've seen very few drive and kicks from Layne's Hope. Instead, it's frustrating shots like that.
Exactly. A lot of drives and throws up to the rim, yeah.
.120 left, first half. Ty Nichols out front for D3. Shot clock under 10. Nichols carried it.
Double dribble basketball back to Layne's Hope. Number 5, Samuel Peake.
So again, move the basketball.
Move the basketball. Yeah, whenever you play stagnant, whenever you're dribbling too much, it's always going to end up in a tough shot. And yes, these guys are pros. They can hit tough shots, but that's not a way to be able to sustain throughout a basketball game. You got to get some easy shots and then add a couple tough shots in here and there.
And to the rack. This one successful for Jordan Rowland.
And that's what you want to play off, a long closeout or a medium closeout, attack it, and get to the rim. Easy left-hand layup for Rowland.
.30 seconds to go, first half, 10 on the shot clock. Underwood. Follow won't go for Parker. He keeps it alive, and it ends up in Underwood's hands, and he lays it in. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Layne's Hope with the final shot of the half. They're down 11. Torrance trying to take his man. Side saddle runner, and that's the half. So we are D3. Eric did a good job in that second quarter. They expand the lead to 11.
A great job of making Layne's Hope shoot tough shots that whole quarter, and they did a better job in their half-court sets of getting easier opportunities at the basket.
Halftime score, we are D3 38 and Layne's Hope 27.
about getting that other guy in there and make a play.
Figure out how to.
Yeah, mine's. Not a good shoot game, really, for either team. 40% overall. If you hold it too much, it's over. The defense is already set. How do you play? It's a bounce. Yeah, maybe even like these last, like you're holding and holding and holding. Nobody's moving. You're not shifting. No. Right, this looks entertaining. Something, some players created to you want to hit some. Play it out of space. You got to have some impact. Come up with ball screen. That comes down to 7 players. They're not just standing there looking at you. You got some other moves. None of that going on. They try to do this first. Just go get them down and then actually do a job to make it better. He did a better job. He made settle down. Layne said to play good ball. One good shot we saw was rolling. He just dropped the ball off the goal line. Yeah, he hit one. You gotta make shots. You gotta make shots. It's not a day. Not brain surgery. You gotta make shots. With the Colonial? Yeah, I know Steve. Yeah. That Rockets are. He beat Rocket Science. He meant that one, right?
He was with us.
shouldn't have been a problem for him to pay it, right? You would think. You would think. Oh, my God.
Welcome back to Syracuse, everybody. Bob Rathman and Eric Devendorf. We are in the Syracuse Regional, Game 1, and we're just about set to start the third quarter. And our game here matches We Are D3 against Layne's Hope, and We Are D3 up 11 and with the basketball as the second half begins. Todd Nichols moves it out. Off the bounce, hits one. And that pushes the lead up to 41-27.
Now, Bob, it's a great shot. It's a tough shot. Just like we talked about, you can't sustain shooting those type of shots throughout the whole game. You have to get some type of movement, shift the defense, and create easy opportunities.
Cremo, double team, in trouble, and turns it over. Long bout, great rejection by Policelli, and then they get the bucket anyway. Marcus Azor putting it in, and a free throw to come, the foul on Middlebrooks. And D3 is in good shape.
Layne's Hope has to be careful right here. They have to be able to get good possession offensively, coming back down, and then string together some stops. D3 has been doing a great job off their missed shots, attacking the offensive glass and creating second chance opportunities.
Azor makes it 44-27 D3. Boy, bodies hitting the deck on the screening action. Nichols went down. Another missed shot for Layne's Hope. Nichols fires from the wing. Middlebrooks a rebound. Layne's Hope in blue. And turning it over, Jordan Rowland. And picking up the loose ball, sticking it back in, is Samuel Peak.
It's kind of been the story of the game for Layne's Hope. Turning the ball over, bad shots. I want to see him get their best player involved a little bit more, Jordan Rowland. He has to look to be aggressive, but you have to be able to play in space and then attack.
D3 picking up the pace defensively. Middlebrooks tied up, and a foul.
We are D3 foul.
This foul on Alex Sobel.
Sobel, that is his third. Team's first.
And it will get Middlebrooks to the line. Third foul on Alex.
Number 43.
Sending 6'10" Ben Middlebrooks to the free throw line.
And really, that could have went either way. Good job by Middlebrooks being aggressive, but D3 starting to pick up the intensity defensively. You see him communicating a little bit. And, again, for Layne's Hope, you have to get some ball movement. Once you get that side-to-side movement, attack those gaps and look to get in the paint and create opportunities for yourself or for a teammate.
Middlebrooks really playing his first game against pros with this one. He just ended his college career in the spring at NC State. It's a little bit of an adjustment. The speed, the size, even in a TBT setting.
Yeah, absolutely. And had a solid college career. His last season at NC State averaged almost 8 points, 5 rebounds in backup minutes.
Block on the wing here by Samuel Peak.
That is his first. Team's second.
Second team foul on Layne's Hope. 6:47 remaining in the third quarter, 46-28. Don't forget, when we get to the fourth quarter, the game clock shuts down at the 4-minute mark, and we kick it into the Elam ending. Adding 8 points to the leading score and play to that target score. D3 with it. Underwood. And a nice baseline shot in that pocket by Samuel Peak.
That's what Peak does. Played for the Motor City Cruise last season in the G League, and he's a big 6'7" guard who could shoot it over top.
And a blocking foul This is going to be on Underwood. 48-28. We are D3. Layne's Hope subs in. Charlie Marquardt, number 32. Also in the ball game is Ismail Elam. 6-minute mark of period 3. Marquardt for 3. That's no good. Rebound to Nichols. Up ahead to Underwood. Nice post up by Sobel. Good ball movement here by D3. Azor tried to lob. It was broken up. Elamine, nice dish. Middlebrooks, up and in. And a little perspiration on the floor needs to be cleaned up. Some slipping in that lane.
Wow, that was a tough finish right there by Middlebrook. Somebody on Layne's Hope needs to take accountability and get their team together, get them relaxed and set. It's too much helter-skelter going on right now. On the other end, we are D3. They're doing a good job of being in the gaps on the defensive side of the ball, and then they're doing a better job of moving, getting better opportunities at the rim.
Quarry gets blocked and a foul on Elamine. You know, for Layne's Hope, E.J. Gallup is the head coach. He's been trying, watch him on the sidelines, he's been trying to drive that point home to his team. This is a veteran TBT coach who's had great success as a head man in this tournament. Oh, nice block by Torrance.
And I think Layne's Hope, they got a tough draw right here. We are D3. We talked about the experience they have. There's not a situation they haven't seen in the TBT being here for this is their 7th year playing. So it was a tough matchup, but just too many turnovers, too many sloppy baskets, or sloppy basketball being played. They have to be more efficient on both ends of the floor.
This foul on Samir Torrance, 24-year-old Syracuse native, sends Ty Nichols to the line. 4:55, third period. We are D3 up by 18 and make that 19.
Bob, we talked about all the local guys on Layne's Hope, and we talk about Samir Torrance. He's one of the guys I've seen grow up from middle school, high school, SAS, and I remember working him out, 6 a.m. practices in the summertime. He's one of the hardest workers you'll ever see. Again, it's good to see these hometown kids get out here on the floor, compete in the TBT.
It will remain Layne's Hope basketball with 4:41 in the third, 16 seconds on the shot clock, and D3 up by 20. And Middlebrooks is fouled on the drive by Christian Parker.
D3 foul number 22.
D3 is doing a great job of just loading up. Wherever the ball is, if they get by that initial defender, they got help right there. And Layne's Hope's not doing a good job of reacting to that help and looking for the open man and finding him.
And on the cut, Elamine fouled by Ty Nichols, and he will shoot a couple of free throws here.
Teams fit. They are now in the bonus.
Well, it has been an offensive struggle for Layne's Hope, shooting under 30% for the game at 28.6. I mean, you're looking at the scoreboard here. They've only got 30 points, and we've got 4:37 left. Every free throw they get, they must make. They've got to start thinking in this final 4:37, how can we get this thing down to 10 or 12 by the fourth period?
Well, they have to ramp it up. Offensively, they have to stay aggressive. You have to be more efficient and get good looks. But I think how you can really work yourself way back in the game, you got to be able to create turnovers on the defensive side of the ball. And then when you create those turnovers, try to get out in transition and not have to play against this set half-court defense every single time. So turnovers create easy opportunities in transition.
Azor short, gets it back. Davis. And we got two guys going down underneath. And I think this is going to go against. No, it's going to. No, I don't think that's correct. I think this. Did they give it to Quarry? A little bit of confusion. The foul is going to be on We Are D3.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on right now, but they're shooting two shots.
So that put D3 in the penalty. And to the foul line goes Joe Cremo.
Well, Bob, if they can stop the clock every single time and shoot free throws on every possession, that's another way to get back in the game. But, again, D3 has 14 offensive rebounds. They continually get extra possessions, and that's not helping Layne's Hope's case at all, try to come back and win this game.
Joe Cremo, of course, after his days at Albany, went on to Villanova. A storybook ending to his college career with the Cats, no doubt about that. 50-33. Quarry going up against two men, had nothing.
It's a great job by Torrance coming from that weak side, getting outside of the block, helping out.
Middlebrooks could not handle a bounce pass. And with that, a media timeout with 3:55 to go in the third. D3 50, Layne's Hope 33.
You can't pass it to your big that far away from the rim. And these is not it.
Because of the advent of
Well, everyone's trying to shoot. I mean, it's everything. 100%. Seriously, yeah. I mean, I talked about it. Yeah, you get a kid in, you know how to get it in. And now, if he does catch it, it's a bad pass. He's out of position. Give him a ball where he's in good position to be able to just go and make a play.
And you know, we're seeing the end of that. If you don't beat the guy right now, it's gone.
Yeah, no question. Guys are too athletic. They're getting them back around or whatever it is. They're making up.
We have had Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, that plays the right way too, right?
He's 22 years old.
Yeah.
Back in front of his room. There's not too many guys.
That's long too, isn't he? Like, yeah, 6'7", yeah.
Long on.
Little kid from San Antonio. They just drafted this year. Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to play defense. There's not a lot of times you see guys who want to play defense. I didn't want to. Yeah.
He wants the best guy.
Yeah, I love that.
.355 to go, third period. D3 up 17 with the basketball. First of four in Syracuse. Coming up next, it'll be the Green Mountain men against Rise and Grind here in central New York. D3 working the clock a bit too. Of course, you got to hang on to the basketball. Nichols has it out front. Short clock here for Ty. Trying to find something. Block. Rebound, Westbrooks. Middlebrooks, rather. And here comes Layne's Hope with 3:15 to go in the period. Up and in. Zamir Torrance.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. They have to get some quick baskets and then press up right here and hope to create some turnovers on this side of the ball.
Layne's hope is not out of it by a long shot. You've got 3 minutes to go in the third, but you've got to get this thing down 10 or under if you can. And Layne's hope has got to find some three balls somewhere.
Well, let's remember, so the top score is +8 in the Elam ending. So you want to get as close as you can if you're Layne's hope, just to make that Elam ending a little bit more manageable for you. But, yes, they have to be able to start getting some quick threes, if not quick opportunities at the rim, and then force turnovers on this side of the ball.
Layne's hope is just 2 for 14 on threes. Samuel Peak at the line. Sobel back in for D3. And Christian Parker to the bench.
And Bob, too, I think you want to give D3 some credit. Yes, they're 2 for 14, Layne's hope, but D3 has done a great job of stepping up and being there on the shot and just not making sure it's not an open shot at all.
Now some screening. Torrance. And to your point, good defense by D3 here. And they get the bucket on the stick back. Torrance going inside.
Now they have to look to create some turnovers. You got to get up and press and make D3 play, make them get uncomfortable.
Catch and shoot from the corner. No good by Peak. Offensive rebound. Azor lobs it back. Nichols. An open look and missed it. Rebound to Sobel. A second consecutive offensive rebound, and D3 is going to take a timeout. 2:07. The time remaining in the third. D3 up 15 on Layne's hope. .207 remaining, and Eric Diemendorf, the big story, one of them for D3, the offensive rebounding.
Offensive rebounds, 17 offensive rebounds. They continually give themselves extra possessions, and that's a big reason why they have this big lead going into the 2 minutes left in the third quarter. But they can't get complacent, Bob. A lot of times you see these teams get a big lead, they start getting complacent, they're playing hesitant. You can't do that if you're D3.
Nichols. And this foul is going to be on Layne's hope. Well, that is met with some hoots and howls here by the crowd. And it's being explained to E.J. Gallup that Layne's hope, the foul was a hook on the inside, and this will send Sobel to the line.
Bob, too, I tell guys this all the time. If you're consistently aggressive throughout the game, then that's how the refs are going to call it. Mm-hmm. If you're back and forth and you're hesitant and then you're aggressive, you're not going to get some of those calls. Those calls are going to go to the aggressor, the guys who are playing with the energy and effort throughout the whole game.
Second shot for Sobel. 53-37. We are D3 in control here. 1:45 left in the third. Elam. Middlebrooks. Back to Elam. Cannot get the three ball to go. Torrance ends up with it. Elam on the cut. That's blocked by Sobel. Second shot and a foul.
You love the hustle. TBT, you're going to get on the ground. We talked about being gritty. It's going to be physical. It's going to be some contact. But you got to give We Are D3 credit. Great job, extra pass, kick out. They're right there on the shot. You know, every single shot that Layne's Hope is shooting is a contested shot. Got to give We Are D3 credit. They're continually to move and communicate on the defensive side of the ball.
Middlebrooks knocks it down. 1:17 to go in the third. Shadell Millinghouse coming in for Layne's Hope. The name of the team, Parks Layne, the young man suffering from Prader-Willi syndrome. That is the cause that they are playing for in TBT. And We Are D3 has a charity link as well. They're playing for Hardy Strong for gastric cancer, Justin Hardy. In fact, his brother Nathan is on the bench for D3 today. So a shout out to these two teams that not only play for themselves but also play for great causes in TBT.
Yeah. Another reason why it's so great here at the TBT, these teams are playing for a purpose, Bob.
Layne's Hope foul number 15, Jordan Rowland. That is his first team in the bonus.
Jordan Rowland with a foul will send Christian Parker to the line. He's a Canton, Ohio product. Played at Mount Union, just got out of school last spring. Played as a graduate student and averaged over 20 points a game last year. A Tyrese Halliburton free throw.
He had a few of those, right? The game winners are just, man, sitting up there for a while. New York Knicks fans, yes, we already know how you feel.
Samir Torrance. Elam, yes.
That's how you want to play. Get in the lane, play off 2 feet, be balanced, get a good opportunity. Great finish right there by Elam. These guys aren't out of the game yet, Bob.
No, sir. This one tapped around and picked up and laid in by Marcus Azor. Well, it looked like Layne's Hope had the stop they needed. Torrance. A drive and score by Policelli.
It looks like they're just playing with a little bit more urgency, but that last possession, talk about those 50-50 balls. Layne's Hope, they have to be the ones winning those 50-50 balls right here at this point of the game.
Peaks runner. Good. And that's going to be the quarter. The horn sounds. So we go to the fourth, and D3 with a 15-point lead, 58-43.
Fans, as a reminder, TBT uses the Elam ending to conclude each game. At the first dead ball, with under 4 minutes to go, the game clock shuts off. A target score will be set by adding 8 points to the leading team's score. Both teams play with no clock, and the first team that reaches the target score wins.
Defense is going to be, you got to do it now.
You got to keep it as close as you can. You got 5 minutes left.
Yep, basically.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes and cut it to 7, 8. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Layne's Hope basketball to start the fourth quarter.
Here we go, fourth quarter. 58-43, D3 on top. Bob Rathman, Eric Diebendorf with you from Syracuse. And Layne's Hope has had just 2 threes. They are now 2 for 17 on threes in the game, trying to make a comeback. We play till the 4-minute mark, the media timeout of the fourth quarter, when the game clock shuts off, and we go to the Elam ending. But Eric Diebendorf, right now, Layne's Hope has got to figure out a way before we get to that time to get back in this game.
They got to get up, play pressure defense, cause turnovers. They got to get as close as they can at that 4-minute mark to be able to keep it manageable for them at the Elam ending. Right now, they're not getting good looks. And on the other end, they have to be able to limit those second chance opportunities for We Are D3. We Are D3 has 3 guys in double figures. Layne's Hope 0.
Layne's Hope had 2 threes in the first half, none since. 7:55 on the game clock as Underwood misses. Torrance with the kick out to Elam. This is a 2-point shot and good by Jordan Rowland. He's the guy you identified earlier.
Yeah, those are the opportunities you want. That's a good job pushing the ball out. Shooters ahead. Great job pump faking on the closeout and get a good look at the rim.
Another offensive rebound, the 20th of the game, and then they throw it away. So Layne's Hope gifted the possession and turned it over.
7:21 right now, Bob. Those possessions right now, you did a great job on the defensive side of the ball. You get an opportunity in transition, and then you just fumble the pass. You can't do that if you're looking to get back into this game. I'm sorry, Mir Torrance. Right now, I'm up. I'm up on the ball. I'm pressing. I'm making Nichols make quick decisions.
Sobel controls under the Middlebrooks pressure. And the rebound belongs to Layne's Hope, and it's getting physical inside. Elam, and a foul on Peak. You can sense in the body language of Layne's Hope the desperation starting to kick in.
Absolutely, a little bit more urgency, and they're doing a great job right here, forcing tough shots, and then when you get the rebound, get out and run and try to get an opportunity at the rim, and then if you can, right, get to the foul line, stop the clock. We Are D3 on the other side. You can't play helter-skelter at this time and moment of the game. You have to be able to move the basketball, get the good shots that you've been getting the whole game. Don't leave the game plan that got you into the situation you're in right now.
Elam makes it 58-46. What's your rule of thumb, Devo, on how many points you need to be down by if you're thinking about an Elam ending comeback?
For me, you want to be in single digits, right? Because obviously it's +8 from whoever has the lead. So if we're down 6, then you got to score 14, right? So you want to try to keep it manageable. If you can get it 5 and less, great. But you really want to keep it within single digits if you can.
We've had a few miraculous comebacks from big deficits in the Elam ending in tournament history, but they are few and far between. Sobel kicks it up. Underwood. Oh, missed it right in front of the rim, and Sobel's tackled as D3 continues to rack up the offensive rebounds.
21 offensive rebounds. Layne's Hope is just shooting themselves in the foot right there. They have opportunities. They're doing a good job initially on the first defensive possession, and then they just continue to let We Are D3 get extra opportunities.
Sobel to the line. Second chance points, 23 now for D3. Back in, Thomas Quarry for We Are D3, and you see in the foreground there, Pete going to the bench, number 5. Shots up and in.
Now, Bob, right now, if I'm Layne's Hope, I'm looking to set a screen for Joe Cremo, get an opportunity at the three-point line, get one of your guards downhill, and then create an opportunity for Joe to get an open look. Nobody's setting a screen for him right now. He's just standing in the corner.
Middlebrooks has to corkscrew and drills it.
Yeah, corkscrew that was a good word right there.
A wild layup attempt by Azor, and this is giving Layne's Hope an opportunity. Down the lane goes Millinghouse, and it's a 60-51 game. And we've still got a minute 50 before the Elam ending. Underwood turns Primo around, gets rid of it. Up top, here's Nichols for three. He missed, but a foul on Torrance. And 3 free throws are coming.
Just not a smart foul right there by Sarmir Torrance. And you could kind of sense the momentum shifting a little bit from We Are D3 to Layne's Hope. And it's just a tough foul right there. Opportunity for Nichols to shoot 3 at the line.
Free throw is good. Ty Nichols. Second shot and a big one here with 5:40 on the game clock. And he's got the second of 3. Nichols up to 13 points. D3's done a good job at the line. They are 16 of 19.
And, Bob, I really like those 3 guards that We Are D3. Nichols, Underwood, and Azor are doing a great job of getting downhill. All 3 guards have ability to shoot the basketball. Those guys are tough to handle.
And a block and takeaway by Quarry. D3, time on their side. They back it out. Over to Davis. A minute 20 before the Elam ending. 63-51. Boy, this is the control you love to see by D3.
This is the experience that we've been talking about. They've been here in these situations before.
Off the glass and good. Ty Nichols. Middlebrooks and a foul.
D3 foul number 31, Alex Sobel. That is
Sobel committed the foul.
second.
48 seconds until the Elam ending.
Well, Bob, really the whole game, I really don't know what Layne's Hope offensive strategy has been. Once they get in the half court, it's just been a lot of helter-skelter. I know they want to get up and play fast and try to get out in transition, but especially right now in this situation, this timing of the game, I'm trying to get my shots for my best shooter, Joe Cremo, and you know, he's just standing in the corner. We don't see any down screens, any flare screens to look to get him open.
Ben Middlebrooks at the line, and you know, Diva, they got to get threes. I mean, that's their only hope to get back here. They've got to start raining threes, and especially when they get to the Elam ending.
Yeah, and to be able to do that, you got to get out in transition. Your shooters got to get ahead, or you got to start setting some screens in the half court and getting your shooters open looks.
D3 more than happy to sit on this basketball and drain some clock here. 4:35 showing. We stop it at 4 minutes for the Elam ending. Azor, nice pass inside off the glass. Parker, that was well done.
Bob, he heard us talking about the post-entry passes. It's so rare that guys are really working on that part of the game. That was a great pass right there by Azor. He saw the mismatch and he delivered it perfectly right to him.
Cremo, no. Tip kept alive by Middlebrooks. Outside Hawkins. He's going to drive it and miss it. And a foul. And that's going to stop the clock at 3:59, so we're going to go to the Elam ending. But we'll have the free throw first.
Davis, that is his second, team's third.
So to the foul line goes Jalen Hawkins for 2 very important free throws. And the first one drops to give Layne's Hope 53 points. D3 with 67. After this shot, we'll go to a timeout and set the target score. Oh, I missed it. So that will be the media timeout as we turn off the game clock now and go to the Elam ending. The target score will be set at 75 for this game. To the Elam ending, 67-53 D3. Oh, they're killing them in a possession battle.
That's rare, unless you hit 16 threes.
You got to hit one time. How many offensive rebounds now for D3? Oh, only 19.
Fans, we have crossed over into the Elam ending. The target score of this game is 75 points. The first team to 75 points wins.
We are back in Syracuse. Bob Rathman, Eric Diemendorf. As we mentioned, it's Elam ending time, and the target score is 75. First team to that number will claim victory. And for some reason, the game was stopped. Looks like there's a problem at the table. They've put 60 minutes on the clock in the arena here. You all can't see it, perhaps at the top of the shot clock, but I think they need that to run. Is that true? Nope. Shot clock's running. Game clock shows 60, and back to basketball we go. There is no time clock other than the shot clock for the Elam ending.
There is no time, so no team has to rush. Every possession should be efficient. You're trying to look for the best shot that you can get.
Shot clock at 10. Parker. Layne's Hope with it. Can they do this as cold as they've been on threes? They've got a lot of ground to make up. Hawkins. Boy, lots of banging. Middlebrooks turns it over.
And Bob, I just feel like Layne's Hope, they're playing too much through Middlebrooks. You got to get your shooters involved in the game. I know you're 2 of 18, but if you need threes, the time is now.
Like Hawkins is going to drive it on 2 people and he scored, but you got to think about a 3.
Absolutely. Well, if you get an opportunity at the rim in transition, you definitely want to take it. But now right here on this end, you have to be able to lock in, communicate, play as a team, and get some stops.
Layne's Hope has still got to score 20 points to win this thing. Off the rim. Rebound to Joe Cremo. Joe's going to drive it. Millinghouse.
But they got to remember it's no rush. It's no time. So in transition, you don't have to force it. You don't have it. Bring it back out, recollect yourself, and get a good shot.
There it is. There it is. Joe Cremo. 58 points for Layne's Hope.
We know a little something, Bob. We know a little bit. That's it. We know a little bit about basketball.
67 points. Target score 75. Davis. And that's a block shot by Millinghouse. 3-on-1. Hawkins is going to take it up and throws it away. Thought he had Cremo on the wing, but overshot his target. The last time that D3 was in an Elam ending in TBT was last year against Heartfire. They were 3 points away from victory. And the last possessions went like this. They were 0 for 4 from the field, missed 3 3-pointers, and missed a free throw. Didn't score, and Heartfire secured the victory in the Elam ending. They have not yet scored in the Elam ending today. 67-58.
I think every possession is just so valuable, especially when you're down. Yeah. You don't want to have a wasted possession. If you get out in transition, you don't have it. Just like bring it back out. There's no time on the clock. And believe it or not, Bob, the team that's up, you start having that team that's down get a couple buckets. You start to play a little bit tighter. We are D3. They have to continue to play loose, be confident, be aggressive, and then take the opportunity that opens up for them.
Devo, would you think the D3 would settle into some sort of a zone in the half court? So, given the fact that they haven't hit really many threes?
I'm just going to continue to play man-to-man. They've been doing a good job of loading up and helping in. If they could stay in front of their man and not have to collapse the defense and get open shots, I think they've done a pretty good job of that.
Ten seconds on the shot clock for D3. Nichols gives it up. Blocked. Wild underneath the basket and the whistle. The foul on Shadell Millinghouse. And to the foul line goes Samuel Peak. And if you've been a veteran viewer of TBT over the years, you know how nuts it gets in the lane at the end of these games.
It gets nuts, and you have to play with composure. One thing I tell guys, too, all the time, when especially at young, youth age, don't let the defense predict what you're doing, right? You have to react on how they're playing. Don't react, to what their pressure is doing to you, right? Stay composed, move the basketball, cut through, continue to play with space. Something good will happen.
So D3 gets a couple of points. They're 6 away. A 3 by Elam. No. Millinghouse. Middlebrooks scores. That gets them to 60. They're 15 away.
Chip away, and then just continue to get stops on this end.
Ty Nichols for We Are D3, the 4th seed in white. No look at inside. And we've got a whistle, a travel. Layne's hope. Trying to give themselves hope as they come to the end of the Elam ending here. Target score 75. Elam recaptures the dribble. Tough 2, gets it. 62 points. D3 still in the driver's seat.
It just starts on this end right here. Just one possession at a time. Don't try to look too far ahead. One possession at a time for Layne's hope.
Underwood connects. 71 points. They're 4 away. Loose ball. Picked up by D3. They've got it. They need 4 points to win it. Underwood had it knocked away. The scramble is on here at the end of the Elam ending, and D3 is going to take a full timeout. The target score at 75, and D3 was 71 points. We'll be back. We continue from Syracuse in the Elam ending. D3 with the basketball, and they are 4 points away from victory. And moving on to Monday night's semifinals. Oh, nice hustle. But D3 hangs on to it. 10 on the shot clock for Nichols. Elam poked away. Nichols takes it out of bounds. All kinds of contact on the bench. And the ball is going to belong to Layne's Hope.
See, we are D3. They have to look at Underwood on this side of the ball, on the offensive side of the ball. It looks like he has the size advantage, and he did a great job a couple possessions ago just backing down, facing up, and knocking it down.
Cremo. Torrance for three. Yes. 65 points for Layne's Hope. D3 brings it down. They are 4 points away. Peek in the lane. On the push, Elam. Oh, and Torrance dropped his transmission right there.
Those are the opportunities that you have to take advantage of. Not many times are they going to come down and have empty possessions if you are we are D3, right? You have to take advantage of those turnovers if you're Layne's Hope.
(71-65) on the scoreboard. Elam ending at 75. We are D3 with it. Trying to close this one out. Spin move by Azor. Sobel to the cutting. Well, he got a loose ball. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Peek goes up. That's blocked. Peek gets it back. That's blocked. Sobel misses. Oh, my goodness. It's mayhem in the paint, and a foul is called.
Bob, D3 has over 20 offensive rebounds. If I'm Layne's Hope's guard, I'm not sitting out there on the perimeter. I'm getting in there and helping my big. By this time, you should have figured that out.
And it is not going to be a shooting foul. So Sobel has been standing at the foul line. But the officials say it was a non-shooting foul, so it'll be Azor to put it in underneath. 18 on the shot clock.
You got to love the fight, though. This is the TBT.
This
is the TBT.
Yeah, Layne's Hope really making a game of it. Nichols hooks it up top. Sobel. Shot clock at 12. D3 4 points away. Azor lines it up. And the rebound to Millinghouse. Elam missed the three. Oh, that would have really made things tight. D3 again. 4 away. We are in the Elam ending. Azor lost the handle. Turnover. Middlebrooks, the big fella. Double team and a foul. That's going to be 4 team fouls on D3.
His third, team's fourth.
Bob, it's just too much dribbling down on this end right here. You got 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and then you kick it to your guard, and there's really nothing else you could do when you have that much time on the shot clock. You got to continue to move the basketball and get good shots and stop playing so much one-on-one.
Both teams now over the limit, so non-shooting fouls, 1 free throw each way. Torrance will drive. He lost the handle, but he got fouled, and he'll get a free throw. Or if it is deemed a shooting foul, we'll see. No, on the pass, so 1 free throw.
That is his second, team's fifth. A common non-shooting.
They're not going to go away, that's for sure. You want to continue to be aggressive, and Samir Torrance doing a great job of forcing that defender to foul them, giving them opportunity at the foul line.
Samir Torrance hits it. 66 points for Layne's Hope. This is what you love about TBT and the Elam ending. You are not out of it.
Not out of it.
You are not bound by the clock.
Not at all. And I tell you what, every single point that Layne's Hope gets on the board, you see D3 get a little bit tighter each time. They got to make sure they come down on this end after they get in the stop and get a good possession offensively.
A bump, got the lay-in. Millinghouse gives Layne's Hope 68 points. There's 7 away. We are D3 remains 4 away. Azor had it poked away by Elam. Torrance. You're not fighting the game clock. It's been shut off. Just the shot clock. Elam gives it up. Middlebrooks will shoot 2. You look at the body language at the other end of the floor on We Are D3, and they look shaken.
And now you start to see the hometown fans, these Central New York kids, getting a little bit louder, giving some momentum, and the momentum has definitely shifted from We Are D3 over to Layne's Hope. Layne's Hope doing a great job of just being aggressive, head down, getting to the rim.
Ben Middlebrooks. Welcome to pro basketball, Ben.
Well, it's not a bad place to start before you go overseas. You get a look at what pro basketball is feeling like, and the pace is up and down. It's a much faster pace than college basketball, and you have to be able to make decisions that much quicker.
Looking to give Layne's Hope a 69th point. And he does. We are D3 bringing it down. Trying to close this thing out. And they throw it away. Millinghouse. He gets hammered. 2 free throws coming. This is outrageous. Here comes Millinghouse and 2 free throws to tie the score. D3 is going to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30. Oh, my. Fasten your seatbelt. The first game of the day in Syracuse is a doozy. 71-69 D3. Well, a remarkable unfolding in the Elam ending here as Layne's Hope, a team that was down 67-53 going to the Elam ending. And Millinghouse pumps in the first free throw of 2. That gives Layne's Hope 70 points. The Elam ending target score is 75. And we are all even, folks. The first team to 75 now wins it. Each was 71.
Who's going to be the guy for We Are D3?
Nichols! What a shot! They're 2 points away. They can win it right now. Davis comes up with a loose ball. Ty Nichols. And a foul. It's a block. If it's a shooting foul, Ty Nichols will have a chance to end it. Nichols hit the shot a second ago. 2 free throws. If he hits them both, We Are D3 will advance. Point number 74. Coach can't look. Got it! And We Are D3 survives in the Elam ending. What a comeback by Layne's Hope.
Yeah, Layne's Hope. You got it. The energy and effort they brought towards the end of the Elam ending was great. But We Are D3, they found their man in Nichols in those last 2 possessions. He sealed the deal, got the win for We Are D3.
We Are D3 now has the honor. And they will advance on the big bracket here in Syracuse. And they have survived after the frustrations of last year of trying to nail down a win. They get it done today and move on to the semifinals. Wow.
TBT. We can't say enough. I tell you what, the Elam ending is something else. Again, great effort by Layne's Hope to bring it back to that, and We Are D3, they just found a way how to pull it out.
We will be back with the next game in 10-15 minutes on YouTube as Green Mountain men take on Rise and Grind. For Eric Diemendorf, Bob Rathman saying so long for now.